have some knowledge about breed selection. Welcome to our channel. This is Linko Family channel. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. So when we talk about breed selection, here we are trying to mean you need to have some knowledge about breeds of different animals. So for the best breeds that they do very well in beef farming, we have Boran, we have Sahiwal, we have Eastern African Zebu, we have Hereford. These are a few among the ones that are very present here in Eastern Africa or East Africa. So and we have other one is have Lakeview. They also do very well, but the ones that are pocket friendly, let's say Boran and Sahiwal and Zebu, these three that are a bit pocket friendly, and you can start with them when venturing into beef industry. So after knowing some different types of breeds of livestock, there now you'll have to do the next thing, that is land selection and requirements. These are sorry, how to start this industry of beef farming. Firstly, you have discussed about breed selection. Secondly, we are talking about land selection and requirements. When we talk about land selection, here we mean the land should be near market. Remember, you're doing this venture for business, so nearness to the market, it is an added advantage. Be it buying the livestock from the market, or be it selling these livestock to the slaughters or individually. So land selection, that is what I said. First thing, market access. Okay. Second thing, we have veterinary care or veterinary services. You should be near the veterinary centers so as you can acquire a veterinary profession on time, and the access of that will help you reduce more injuries or more disease build up in your farm. So you should be near the market, near veterinary service. Other thing also security, yeah, and still under land selection. So you can't just go interior there where there's poor security and you venture there your industry of beef farming worth some millions. So security is another crucial thing. And also sorry, we have feedlot. A feedlot under beef farming just needs a very little piece of land, just 5 to 10 acres. This one you can set it even in the urban centers. You can set up a feedlot farm because it doesn't require a bigger land. You have extensive farming and also beef farming. You can just rear your livestock in ranch or big land. Yeah, mostly 50 acres to 100 acres can accommodate quite a number of animals because they will be grazing on daily basis. Yeah, that is how to start a beef farming system in Kenya. These are some things you need to have some knowledge about. That is breed selection. You have land selection and requirements. Okay. Then you have infrastructure development. Here you should have some knowledge on how to paddock or how you are going to paddock your farm. Assuming you are now venturing into feedlot, you have to have some paddocks or where these animals will be feeding. If it is a ranch, bigger ranch, also you need to have some strategy where these animals will be feeding. Maybe this week will be feeding in portion A, next week portion B. So you have a rotation way of grazing. Okay, this one is done via now the paddocks that you're going to set up in your farm. You have fencing. You need to fence your land because this is a big investment. So you have to secure your properties, even livestock properties. So fencing is under infrastructure development. Fencing. I talked about paddocking your area also. We have water system, still under infrastructure. Yeah, you need to set up good water flow to your farm. that will help you to make your animals healthy. So water system, be it you are near a river, you are near a dam, or you'll drill your own water or make your own boreholes. So free water system should be placed so as the animals do not lack water at any given time. Have shelter and handling area. So these animals, now for the case of feedlot, you have to shelter these animals because they'll be staying on that particular area throughout. So some area you will have to shelter them, be cleaned on time, and be controlled away from parasite by regular spraying in the house. Handling area, you have to prepare or you have to set up a side where you are going to be handling these animals. Be it when they are sick, you can handle them in a certain area. Quarantine, the ones that they are weak, you can quarantine them so as they recover faster. You can prepare a crash. This one also helps when it comes to handling the livestock. Yeah, because it reduces the risks of injury to the handlers. So you can set up some paddock where you'll be isolating the sick animal near calving, the weak animal dull. You can prepare a crash, as I have said, where you're going to do deworming, injection, some spraying, just management practices on these livestock. Then we have something we call financial planning and investment. Remember, this industry, you are venturing in your money. So you will have to have some financial planning on your investment. How amount, not the land cost. Either you are going to purchase a land or you're going to lease a land. All that you have to put into consideration. If it is buying, how the which amount of land, how many hectares of land are you going to purchase? This will depend with the number of animals you want to do what you want to raise in your farm or in your ranch. If you if you can accommodate more than 500 bulls, so you'll have a bigger area when it comes to extensive beef farming. You have to just feedlot farming around 5 acres. They're enough. 5 to 10 acres are enough to accommodate 500 bulls. So land cost you have to check on that under financial planning. Infrastructure cost also you have to check about that. And you have talked about infrastructure development. There you have discussed some few topics. That is fencing of the land, preparing of the paddocks, water system, you have shelter, and you have the handling area. All these they're under infrastructure cost, under planning, financial planning. Okay, so know how you're going to budget each category. That is land cost, infrastructure cost. Then you have livestock cost because after purchasing the land, next thing you do what your infrastructure. Now you prepare the fencing, paddocking, water system, shelter, handling area. After setting up all that, now now the third thing you need to do now is to purchase the livestock. That is livestock cost. How how much money will be required for you to purchase a certain number of animals? So you have to set up a certain amount of money that you are going to into the market, buy those livestock. So under financial planning, you have three major topics under financial planning. I've said land cost. So either you're going to buy the land or you're going to lease the land. Secondly, I've said talked about infrastructure cost. They have talked about fencing the land, paddocking the land, water system, shelter, handling area, where the handlers will be staying, accommodation that is. So all that. So now buying you have to buy your animals. Now under livestock cost, there is now market price that you're going to buy the animal. Treatment, and feeding, livestock cost, because this animal must be attended to for those things that I have counted. Okay, you can start with after buying your animal, transportation to the area where you are going to raise them. We have putting them on drugs, that is deworming, spraying, boosting their immunity. You have your tagging. You're going to place tag numbers for easy record keeping. That is goes if you are doing field farming. You have tag. From there, now feeds. You provide your animal with high quality feeds for faster livestock gain. So when you put into consideration these 6 or 5 main points, that is land selection and requirements, infrastructure development, breed selection, and financial planning. When you consider these 4 things, then the last thing under financial planning, you check on land cost, infrastructure cost, then livestock cost. When you arrange all your things in order, the way I have elaborated, for sure you'll do very, very well in beef industry. Please, thank you for your time. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel as we help each other grow together. In case of any information you need, any clarification, you can contact us. The number is there at the bio, so as we assist each other in this industry of beef farming. Thank you.